To Turkey, where the pandemic weighs on an already ailing economy. In addition, the Turkish lira plunged to almost record levels after President Erdogan fired his third central bank chief in 2 years to install a like-minded critic of high interest rates. A rate decision is due today.
Restaurant manager Rengin Atac is at his wits' end. The lockdown forced him to shut his business with its 15 employees for months, and now into Ramadan as well because of rising coronavirus infection numbers. To make matters worse, inflation is running at a rate of 16% per month. We wanted to invest, but we weren't able to. We were too afraid. We don't trust the economy because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. There is despair and insecurity. A lot of Turks have lost faith in their economy. Many are unemployed and can barely afford anything. As the lira's value plummets, shopkeepers and bakers are forced to constantly raise their prices. Flour and other ingredients are becoming more expensive by the day. The pandemic has also kept tourists away, which for many was their main source of income. My pockets are empty. Of course, the crisis affects me. We have no money. There's no economy. There's no plan for improving the situation. They say they have a plan, but I don't see it. The economic situation has affected me. I lost my job during the pandemic, like so many people here. I've been unemployed for about 4 to 5 months now. I earn about $300 a month. That's about the minimum wage. And we're seeing 30 to 40% inflation. I've been working the minimum wage for years. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has long promised to boost the economy and get inflation back under control. But with that ambition looking rather hollow, in March he replaced his third central bank chief in just 2 years. We are determined to bring the rising inflation back to single digits. We will succeed. But that wasn't the first time Erdogan proclaimed that, and the situation still hasn't improved. Will his new central bank chief really be the game changer everyone hopes for?
Well, and that's exactly the question I would like to ask our correspondent in Istanbul, Julia Hart. So President Erdogan seems to believe that rate decision will fix the problems with the economy. So will the new central bank chief cut rates today?
Well, that's what he is up to, many say, but probably not today. Money managers expect Turkey's new central banker, Mr. Kavcıoğlu, to hold the key interest rate steady this month in order to maintain what's left of investor confidence. He faces a tough balancing act. He must fix the ailing economy and win back foreign investors while keeping President Erdogan happy. As you mentioned, Erdogan has the unorthodox view that higher interest rates cause inflation instead of slowing it down. And if you recall what happened to the last central bank governor, a well-respected, market-friendly man, he had hiked the interest rates and was fired a day later by Erdogan after just 4 months on the job. This has really left the credibility of the bank in tatters. It had shocked foreign investors. They pulled out large amounts of money from Turkish stocks and local currency bonds. But let me also add, the current new central banker is a former lawmaker of Erdogan's ruling AKP. He seems to share Erdogan's unorthodox views of the economy, and that's why many expect him to go for a rate cut eventually, but sometime later this year.
Now, you mentioned the unorthodox view of rate decisions there. Would lower rates be good for the Turkish economy?
Well, foreign investors say it would be a disastrous move because it would make many problems of the Turkish economy worse. First and foremost, inflation. As you mentioned, the inflation rate climbed to more than 16% in March. Many Turks think the actual rate is much higher. They feel it at every trip to the market because basic food items got more and more expensive. Rice, vegetables, sunflower oil, eggs. Many people also tell me they don't know how to pay their next rent or their electricity bill. More than 25% of young people here in the country have no job. And what I really notice is that people are not only frustrated or desperate, but they have lost hope. They have completely lost trust in the economic and fiscal management of the country.
And that certainly also weighs on President Erdogan's popularity, something that we will explore another time. Julia Hahn, they're reporting for us from Istanbul. Thank you so much.